Hi, this week we're going to talk about some of the early signs of Alzheimer's or other related dementias. Hi, it's me, Linda Burhans, the gal who cares for the caregivers, with love, laughter, and lessons learned. I can't tell you how many times people come up to me and they say, do you think I'm getting Alzheimer's? Do you think I'm getting dementia? Sometimes it's just memory, it's just your actual aging. I hate to tell you, but your brain is at its prime when it's 25 years old. From there on, it goes down. So there are going to be certain things as we age that are just going to be part of the normal aging brain. But there are certain things that are not. So if your memory loss is to the point where it's disrupting your daily life, everything was going smoothly, but now so many different memory losses are disrupting your daily life, it's something to think about. Changes in planning and solving problems. All of a sudden my grandpa couldn't even manage his checkbook anymore. And he was always on top of that all the time. Missing a payment, maybe not doing his bank rack. That's something to look at. Difficulties with just different tasks at home, where a person is going to do a task and they go in one room and they're not sure what they went in the room for. And now we all go through that. But what we can do is we can go back and back up and then walk back into the room and remember what we went there for. The person that has Alzheimer's or dementia cannot do that. And let me just say something about Alzheimer's and dementia. Alzheimer's is a form of dementia. There are about 300 kinds of dementia. So this is how I like to explain it. Dementia is ice cream and Alzheimer's is just a flavor. But they all have to do with memory loss. Just different other aspects are different. Confusion with time of place. All of a sudden, your loved one, what time is it? What day is it? What time is it? What time is it? What time is it? You and I don't have to ask what time is it. We'll just look at our watch or at a clock and see what time it is. They're not connecting to do that. They're just asking you what time it is. Problems speaking or writing. One of my girlfriends told me that, all of a sudden her mom stopped talking. And she said, why is my mom stopping talking? Her mom was having very difficult in pulling words. So she just stopped talking altogether because she was kind of embarrassed. So we need to have the conversation, and you need to have a diagnosis. And we'll talk about that in a minute. Like I said, misplacing things and not able to retrace it. I can't tell you how many times I go upstairs for something and I get up and I walk in the room and I have no clue what I'm there for. Most times I can walk right back downstairs and figure it out. Sometimes that doesn't even work. Sometimes I have to come back downstairs and sit down for a couple of minutes and then retrace what I was working on. Oh, that's what I wanted from upstairs. But the person with dementia won't do that. They'll go upstairs. They can't remember what they came up there for. They don't even remember they came up there for a reason. They'll just start doing some other stuff that had nothing to do with what they originally wanted to come upstairs for. So look at that. And I'll tell you too, be careful because people can get pretty tricky with these kind of things. They won't want to let you know that they can't remember. I tell my grandchildren, I know a lot in this business. I'll be the best faker there is in the world. But please be cognizant of that. All of a sudden, too, sometimes changes in moods or personality. Somebody who was always pretty happy-go-lucky most of their life was all of a sudden being upset about little things that would never ever bother them before, things that just get on their nerves. So that's another thing to look at. What I want to tell you, though, is you need to get a diagnosis. So there are memory disorder clinics in every state in the United States. You can just Google it. There are many fine memory clinics. Go to a memory clinic. Just don't go to a doctor and they give you that little test, write the clock backwards, repeat a couple of words. I'm not saying that's not a valid test, but you want to really get tested because if your loved one does have dementia, you want to know what kind of dementia also because they're all different. It's like if you went to the doctor and the doctor said your loved one has cancer, you'd want to know what kind of cancer, how long have they had cancer, how do we treat that. You need to do the same thing with dementia. So once again, any thoughts, please leave it in the comments below. Tune in next week for another tip, sponsored by Arden Courts, where all they do is memory care. And have a delicious day.